Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating the character Darla from Finding Nemo. So this was probably the longest paint job yet. I think this one took me about 7.5, maybe 8 hours. So all the shading and the detailing was just so intense. So I hope that you guys really like this one. I just said so like a million times. So, if you guys are interested in seeing this look, then keep watching. Before we get started, I'm just prepping my face with some toner. This just helps to tighten the pores and gives you a clean canvas to work on. This was one of my older videos where I was still trying to get the lighting down, so don't judge me. Now I'm moving on to outlining. I always use eyeshadow for this step for this exact reason right here. Whenever you make a mistake, you can just effortlessly wipe it away and just start again. I redid the mouth quite a few times until I was happy with it, but that's also the curse of being overly detail-oriented. Originally, I was going to use my own eyebrows for this look, but I realized that hers were slightly higher than mine, so I decided to block them out instead. I'm just re-wetting them first with some toner, and then I'm going in with a non-toxic glue stick. When you dampen your eyebrows first, it makes it a lot easier to smooth them down completely flat. For this look, I wanted to use foundation as a base instead of paint because this character requires a lot of shading. When you use a lot of eyeshadows on top of paints, it can turn into a flaky mess, and I didn't want to take that risk, so foundation it is. I'm very particular when it comes to the spacing of features. I like to make them as accurate to the picture as possible, so I'm laying out my eyebrows very carefully here, and then I'm just gonna make my way around the rest of the face. There is so much concentration involved in these looks that my resting bitch face is amplified times 10, so I like to give my facial muscles just a little break. Then it's on to filling in the features. I use the Mayor on Paradise palette for all of my paints. It's super pigmented, it doesn't get dry and flaky, and it has so many colors to choose from. Pixar characters are in 3D, which means that I need to use shading and highlighting to make the cartoon come to life. For the areas that I want to pop forward, I use white to highlight them, but I don't want it to come off as too harsh of a transition, so I'm just blending that out with a dry Q-tip. I'm going in with some blush to rosy up her skin tone, and then I'm adding all of those fabulous freckles. Her eyes were probably the toughest part of this whole look because it takes the right color combination and highlighting for this to look realistic. But a good rule of thumb is to draw a black circle in the middle, a bunch of lines around it, and then a white dot in the corner to make it pop. Then to finish off her face, I'm just adding a bunch of little details, including her not so subtle headgear. If you aren't a crazy person and just want to do a cosplay version of this character, then just put your hair into pigtails and spray it an orangey brown color and be on your way. But if you're like me, then you're going to want to black out the top half of her head with white liquid hair color because Darla's head really isn't that big. And I also cover her pigtails with this just to make it easier to color match her reddish hair. I thought it would be a nice touch to make her hair bump out of paper, So after I paint it, I coat the bottom half in spirit gum and then I put that aside and wait for it to get tacky. So in the meantime, I'm moving on to her body. I make the neck thinner to resemble hers and then white out the rest of my unusable features. I like to get a basic idea of an area so that I can fully visualize everything coming together. So I paint on her collar, her neckline, and the arm placement. Then I jump back to the top half to apply her headpiece, her ears, and a few more added touches. I feel like only Pixar can get away with making seemingly innocent characters into villains. Now it's back to the sweater to add lettering. Nope. There you go. Writing backwards is tough as it is, but when it comes to fancy lettering, forget about it. I use an app that mirrors an image to make it easier on me. A good one is called Mirror Pick. Easy enough, right? And can I just add that Darla's fashion sense is on another level? A collared shirt and a sweater that says rock and roll? Sign me up. I decided last minute that the character would pop better with a blue background, so I'm just gonna cover over that white like it never happened. And this is the finished look. Leave me a comment down below and let me know who your favorite Pixar character is, and maybe I'll recreate that one as well. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay creative.